Mr. Mr. Jeremy Taylor.
Good morning.
I don't think they're hearing us, Ms. Fletcher. Councillor, are you hearing us now? Councillor, are you hearing us now?
Yes, my lord, we're hearing you. We just saw that the court had come.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So I begin by welcoming all judges of the Court of Appeal present in person or viewing online, other judicial officers viewing online, Mr. Jeremy Taylor, King's Counsel, representing Ms. Paula Llewellyn, King's Counsel, Director of Public Prosecutions, Ms. Lisa White, representing the Solicitor General, Mrs. Marlene Aldred, Mrs. Denise Kitson, King's Counsel, Chairman of the General Legal Council, Mr. John Bassey, Vice President of the Jamaican Bar Association, representing Mr. Alexander Williams, President of the Jamaican Bar Association, Mr. Leonard Green, President of the Advocates Association, Mr. Michael Hemmings, President of the Cornwall Bar Association, Mrs. Pearline Bailey, President of the Northern Jamaica Law Society, Mr. George Clue, President of the Southern Bar Association, distinguished members of the bar present in person or viewing online, members of staff of the Court of Appeal present and viewing online, representatives of the media viewing online, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all, good morning. It is truly my distinct privilege and pleasure to welcome everyone as we embark on the journey together during this Michaelmas term 2022. We hope that Council were able to get a well-deserved break during the legal vacation. You have supported the court through its activities, and for that we are truly grateful. Thanks especially for the support the court has received in the celebration of its 60th anniversary. While the celebration is ongoing for the entire year, it officially celebrated its 60th anniversary during the week of from the 31st of July to the 5th of August. The week commenced with a church service at St. Peter and Paul Roman Catholic Church, followed by a law lecture with our special guest lecturer, the President of the Caribbean Court of Justice, the Honorable Mr. Justice Adrian Saunders. That was on Wednesday the 3rd, and he enlightened us on the role of the Caribbean Court of Justice in creating a Caribbean jurisprudence. The week-long celebration ended with a special sitting of the court. During that time, the court also displayed an exhibition which illustrates the court's rich history. The display remains for the time being in the lobby of the court's registry, and a team is also working on publishing a commemorative 60th anniversary magazine. During the week, we also held an in-house celebration in which we got a refresher on judicial ethics and the effects, notably, that staff of the court are affected by in respect of those principles and standards. During that event, staff members showed their talent in acting, movie production, and singing. It helped to bond us even closer as a work family. Although we represent of the issues that plague us as a court, particularly the length of time that it takes for cases to be resolved. And the matter of the backlog of judgments. As part of the judiciary's strategic plan, our mission is to serve all stakeholders with integrity and fairness by delivering sound, timely judgments and efficient, accessible court services in a
Ms. Denise Kitson, King's Counsel of the General Legal Council, representatives of the varying bar associations, Mr. Leonard Green of the Advocates Association, fellow counsel, and members of the public gathered here. Good morning.
Morning.
Allow me, reports, page 302, where in 1972, a full decade after independence, its Court of Appeal in its 10th year, where 4 judges out of a 5-judge panel, Mr. Justice Eden dissenting, declared a decision of the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council, that is the Queen and Maloney Gordon, per incuriam, the correctness of which was affirmed in Eaton Baker, although in a chastened tone. Their Lordships Board said that the decision was not per incuriam, but turned on its own facts. Melon has spoken about the changes with the death of the monarch, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. And can I just say as an aside, Melon, all present King's Counsel who attended a certain academy on 61 Redhills Road have with her death become quite committed Republicans. Another historic event is that the Office of the DPP eagerly anticipates the decision of this court in its new jurisdiction of hearing appeals from the prosecution. The jurisprudence of the courts will provide a template as to how future appeals will be approached by the Office of the DPP. There are some 70+ criminal cases on a calendar to be heard and determined this Michaelmas term. And the ODPP undertakes that it will play its part in ensuring that there is every cooperation in moving these cases forward. The increasing use of technology has made this cooperation easier, and we anticipate its greater use to maximize its operational procedures and modernization thrust. The ODPP has shown itself to be a willing and cooperative and dynamic stakeholder on the Court of Appeal user group, where we are represented at the highest level by one of our senior deputies, Mrs. Sharon Millwood Moore. And to maximize operational efficiencies, the ODPP has established a Court of Appeal unit under the leadership of one of our deputy directors, Mrs. Kimberly Dell Williams, not only to be a liaison between the Registrar of the Court of Appeal and our office, but also to develop best practices in relation to appeals. My lords and my ladies, the term has opened, and I wish for the court and all counsel gathered here a very productive term. May it so please the court.
Learned director on the passing of her father. We are very happy that of the announcement concerning the Court of Appeal unit, and we hope that that will result in more timely filing of the submissions, whether they be hard copy or when the time comes, soft copy. The unit is going to be put to work very soon, Mr. Taylor, because we, at the court here, we are embarking on a drive to try and get some of the cases which have missing transcripts regularized, and we have seen a window where it is possible that some may be secured, and we will liaise with the Court of Appeal unit at the ODPP in that regard. So thank you for that information.
Yes, my lord. And we will convey your condolences to the learned director.
Thanks very much. Madam Deputy Solicitor General, Ms. White. Is she on? Mrs. Kitson.
May it please you, my lord, and my ladies of the Court of Appeal. I thank you for the kind invitation to participate in this opening of this session of the Court of Appeal. The General Legal Counsel always seeks to ensure that those mores that bind all of us would continue to be enforced, so that in the administration of justice, counsel continue to provide the very best that they ought in the presentation of their cases and in the administration of justice. Please permit me to endorse entirely the sentiments made by my learned King's Counsel, Mr. Jeremy Taylor, this morning. We also strive to ensure that those issues that he envisages will take place. I'm happy to hear of the planned implementation of the production of judgments and the hearing of cases in a quicker timeline. That, of course, is of great concern to all counsel who appear before the court. And so we look forward to that. I wish for my colleagues, Learned Queen's Counsel, and all other counsel at the bar, a very productive session during this Michaelmas term. And I certainly wish for your lordship, the lords and ladies of the court, all the very best this term. I thank you.
I'll call on Mr. John Bassey, representing the President of the Jamaican Bar Association. Mr. Bassey.
My Lord President, judges of the Court of Appeal, Jeremy Taylor, King's Counsel, representing the DPP, Deputy Solicitor General, Lisa White, representing the Solicitor General, Dennis Kitson, King's Counsel, and Chair of GLC, Mr. Leonard Green, President of the Advocates Association, Mr. Hemmings of Western Bar, Ms. Perling Bailey of the Northern Bar, Mr. Q, President of the Southern Bar, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I extend an apology for the Jamaican Bar President, Alexander Williams, who has asked me to represent the JBA here today, and he's unavoidably absent. And I will bring you a message from him. The Jamaican Bar Association pledges the support and cooperation of the bar to the efficient disposal of cases in the Court of Appeal, especially in this 60th year of our independence. We recognize your efforts, the efforts of the judges of appeal and the registry to achieve those efficiencies, especially in the face of the challenges posed by limited resources. The Jamaican Bar Association continues to be a robust defender of the administration of justice and a benefit to its members who seek ways and means to improve their practice, and also their contributions to the development of the rule of law and the profession on a whole. We've been vocal on all matters of general public importance affecting justice, including, but not limited to, the prosecution's right to appeal, the remuneration of our judges, and the improvement in the disposal of cases at all levels in the court system, as we've heard this morning. The Jamaican Bar Association will shortly come to a position of certain constitutional matters to include the King as head of the state, and whether or not we should replace a judicial committee of the Privy Council with the Caribbean Court of Justice or some other final appellate court. As advocates for the improvement in the administration of justice, we stand ready to assist this court in whatever way you think fit to obtain the reform, improvements, and resources required to achieve the goals set by you. We wish to express our sincere gratitude for your invitation for participation in this special sitting of the court this morning. May it so please the court, my lord.
And now call on Mr. Leonard Green, President of the Advocates Association.
You need to unmute, Lenny. You need to unmute.
Thanks very much, Mr. Bassett. May it please you, my Lord President, judges of the Court of Appeal, permit me to adopt the protocol of the President. My learned colleagues and friends, a very good morning to you all. On behalf of the Advocates, the Court of Appeal, for the service that it provides in ensuring justice. Much talk is made of our Constitution and how it will hold respective authorities and agencies accountable, and to ensure that we develop the sort of society, the free democratic society that every Jamaican is entitled to. We therefore take the opportunity, my Lord President, in saluting your efforts at ensuring timely delivery of judgment. We also take the opportunity to encourage you in whatever means you will implement to ensure that your service to the public is up to standard and satisfactory. On behalf of my members, I wish you all the best at the commencement of this term. Might it so please you.
We're grateful for your encouragement. Mr. Michael Hemmings, President of the Cornwall Bar Association. Is Mr. Hemmings on? Thank you. Ms. Pearline Bailey, President of the Northern Jamaica Law Society. She's not on either.
I haven't seen her.
Mr. George Clue, President of the Southern Bar Association.
Is he here?
He's not on either. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, lady and gentlemen, for your kind words. And once again, I wish all council all the very best for the term. Wishing you a productive term and that the matters that you have will be disposed of. So we will now ask council withdraw if they wish, and we will proceed with the matters on the court's list today.
Indeed obliged, may it please you, my lord.
Much obliged, my lord.
Much obliged, my lord.
Much obliged, my lord.